Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Virgo. It is a general reading. That being said, it may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't sound like it's your story, check your other placements. Your messages could be there. So for you, Virgo, I'm using the Astro Dice along with a combination of tarot and oracle cards to bring you your messages. Beginning with the Astro Dice, we have the 8th house. Um, so this is where you are being affected. Okay, in the 8th house, we also have the symbol for Pisces, and we also have the North Node. So there are life lessons here with the North Node. It is what you are growing into. Okay, um, it can be fear of the unknown, fate and the path forward, karma and karmic law. Um, it represents the path that you are growing into through this life. It's your destiny. It is a point in your birth chart that reflects the moon's nodes and represents where exactly you will learn life lessons. So I feel that what you are going through here, or you may not even yet have arrived here, then it is something you will be facing, okay? This is a life lesson. Now, it's happening in the 8th house, which is the house of mystery. It is the house of intimacy, psychology, magic, secrets, things that are taboo. It's also other people's money, possessions, fears, power struggles, transformation, and the death of things. So something may have ended or can be ending. There can be a life lesson here. Whatever is going on here in the 8th house, it is an area where that you would wish to avoid looking at. Okay? Because it's an area where you feel you have no control, or that it's out of your control. So you try to avoid it. So you could be forced to deal with a truth that you've been avoiding. This could be painful to you, or uncomfortable to look at, or fearful. And so you would just as soon, push it away than face it or confront it. Pisces indicates, it indicates really, it gives us a clearer picture of what's going on. So it's like with Pisces, there's a sensitive spot. You feel hurt. You may feel like a victim. You may have a desire to escape a situation. A person in your life could have been acting dishonestly and may have hit a tender spot within you. And you were really affected by what happened, but I feel like the actual wound is something deeper, or comes from a deeper place. Because you're already, it only makes sense that if you're easily hurt by something, that there's a basis for that, right? So, yes, this needs to be looked at, but there's something deeper that needs to be looked at here also. The past can come back to haunt you when the Pisces symbol appears, or a past decision comes back to haunt you. And whether that was your decision or theirs. And I feel it could have been theirs. I feel like you're not understanding why somebody walked away from you. You're not understanding why it's like they blamed you for something you feel you didn't do. You didn't deserve whatever was said to you, and you're really, really hurt. And like I said, although, and maybe that is part of the life lesson, it's not just this, but this could be the trigger that kind of opens up the Pandora's box and causes you to go look deeper. Maybe to find a common thread, because the devil's down here in your past. So there could have been something that happened a long time ago that has created this trigger and set you up for a certain way of thinking, reacting, feeling when it came to something that reminded you, even though you weren't aware of it, that reminded you of the original experience. But you would not most likely have been aware of it, or it was buried so deep and was so long ago that you just don't make the connection, you know. But it's something that was avoided, something in the shadows most likely. So whatever's happening here is going to make you look deeper into the shadows, because there's something here you need for the journey, because you're growing into something and you need this lesson, okay, with the North Node here. You will need it. And so healing is at the heart of this reading naturally. You are wanting to heal from this decision, or someone's decision, or from somebody's words or actions. You're watching. You're no longer with this person. They walked away, and you are watching. And if this is not the case for you, it could be vice versa. These energies can be vice versa. Somebody's watching. Wishing that they could turn back the hands of time with the doll here, or the doll can signify childhood, something that happened to them in childhood that is really at the root of all of this, okay? Maybe this person has had a difficult childhood. And so they're looking back at a past cycle, at the details of some news. We see it here, the details of some news that brought in the tower and brought about an ending. And it's like you don't understand why the moon is here, so you're in the dark about it. You're in the dark about what has occurred and why. And so that throws you into the hangman energy of trying to understand what went wrong. You know, why were they blaming me? What made them think that? What happened? And it's like you feel like your hands are tied. Look, they're really focusing on the tied hands behind the post, right? Whatever has happened has made you very unhappy. You thought this person was, or this relationship was to be your happily ever after, but it got turned in reverse. and you really, really want clarity. I feel like you didn't see this coming. It feels like yeah, see, this was a really emotional breakup. And you just want to defend yourself. You want to defend yourself against some false accusations you didn't deserve. And you're stuck here in this unknown energy. You see, the house of the eighth house. Uh, the eighth house, the unknown, um, feeling hopeless, without direction. You didn't get your wish for that happily ever after. You didn't get your wish to be able to ground the relationship or to take it forward. Something went terribly wrong and you don't understand it and you're trying to. So, initially, you would have thought that you were receiving a gift, that this was your happily ever after, your Prince Charming or your princess, you know, male or female, whoever you are. This was your wish. You may be with the wolf. You may feel called to reach out to this person and get your answers. You may feel like you could be trying to hold back on this. Maybe you want to give them some time to cool down. Or maybe it doesn't feel like it's the right time or the right moment, or maybe you're just waiting for that right moment. You may be lacking the courage to do this. But it's like, I need to help myself here. You know, I need to defend myself here. I need to get the answers to clear this up. I feel like the other person was given the wrong information. I feel like there's been a huge misunderstanding. The Hanged Man feels like he can't escape, that there's just no way out of this position that he's in here. He doesn't know how to get out of it, doesn't really know how to change it. He's weighing up, he could be weighing up the cost of reaching out to this person. He could be afraid to reach out to this person. Because most likely they would have left angry because of the wasp. So with the wasp, they would have lashed out at you. They would have stung you. Or, yeah, what they said would have stung. Somebody confronted you, but they didn't give you the chance to speak up or defend yourself. They just, it's kind of like that Knight of Swords energy, you know, although he's not here, where they just, you know, what they heard, because it came from an external source, so it could have even been some type of gossip, or what they've heard or what they saw made them very angry. and it was like a situation that was untalkable, you know. You did it, and that's it. You're to blame. Just like what we see on the Hangman. And so it's like there you are watching, waiting for the right moment, waiting and hoping that this person would come back. Looking to the future, you're actually, it's like hoping, and this card would suggest you expect a certain outcome. So you're hoping or expecting even for this person to ride back in and give you an explanation for having turned you down and giving you the chance to defend yourself. So this is what you are hoping for, dreaming of, wishing for now. Okay, as you sit back and watch and wait for that right moment, wishing, dreaming with the doll. You need this. You need to have this conversation, this clarity, in order to move forward with something. And so this could be getting the courage, the strength to do this. It could be something that you really, really have to do. So, returning to the wasp, I feel like this conversation is going to take place because the Chariot's here. So this is you, if this is your energy, or them, if it's theirs, moving forward to have this conversation, to get this explanation, to get the answers for what happened, and to try to clear this up. Okay. This will happen, and when it happens, it needs to be handled carefully, like not confrontational. Okay? You can be defensive or defend yourself without being confrontational. Okay? That's what you're going to have to do in order to try to calm this situation down. That is really the next step. You cannot leave this as it is. It needs that closure. So, but there's a warning on this of a possible confrontation. So you need to be careful how you approach this, how you and what you say. Okay, because clearly you are emotionally upset, and the emotions can get in the way, you know. So you'll need to have control over those emotions with the Chariot here. Because I feel like it's something small that caused somebody to overreact, possibly, you know. But again, I must say that it's like this happened in order to open up the something, a whole trunk full of things that are caused by a deeper issue going back all the way to childhood. It's like it needs to be learned. There's a common thread, is what I'm trying to say, between all of these incidents. And follow the thread back to the original source. And you will need to get to face that and come to terms with it. Okay, and get rid of it. So avoid confrontations, because chances are that whatever comes up, or whatever has happened here, it is actually smaller than you perceive it to be in the grand scheme of things. So defend yourself, but do not be confrontational. Okay? So the dragon is also here as a marker for you. And the dragon gives you power, strength, resolve. It indicates you're facing a challenge, and that is the wasp, obviously. Right? So the dragon is going to make the next step you need to take very clear, and I think he has done that already. And gives you the power to take it. So, clearly, the dragon appears when you are struggling to find the strength to overcome a situation, or to complete or to change something about a situation. The dragon brings in a strength and a renewed sense of purpose. You are to watch for a sign. The dragon will make your next step very clear to you, and I feel that the message in the wasp really is actually how to do it. I feel that this is what the dragon is trying to tell you. To, yes, go and get your answers, but no, do not be confrontational. Be aware of how you communicate your feelings to the other person. Okay? Because I feel like this is much smaller than you think it is, and that yes, you can overcome this. But the life lesson here has to do not necessarily with this. This is just opening the trunk, like I said. That life lesson is going back. It has to do with a pattern of thinking, a pattern, a behavior that goes right back to childhood. And if you can follow the common thread back, there's a lesson in this that will help you on the next leg of your journey or in the next cycle. Okay, so it doesn't, what's happening here doesn't mean this relationship is over, because it doesn't have to be. It's how you live the relationship that's changing. How you communicate and how you receive that will be changing here. That is what I have for you. I thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings to all of you.